Hey guys, I'm Hendrien and welcome to Edgy Clayware Studio. We are making a throw bowl today. If you're wondering to yourself, what is a throw bowl? And you're thinking to yourself, take a bowl and you literally throw it against a wall. That's not precisely what we're doing today, though I must say it is very, very satisfying when you have flops that come out of the kiln and then you throw it into a wall, or maybe not the wall because obviously you can leave cracks in the paint. I prefer the floor, that you just smash it into 1,000 pieces. A throw bowl, more accurately, should be called a drop bowl because we're gonna take it and we're gonna drop it. And this is great because you don't need a mold. All you need is newspaper. Obviously you need clay, a wooden board or some flat surface that you can put everything on. And a floor that you don't mind if it gets damaged if you throw something on it. So preferably you should do it outside. I can do it on my studio because I have a cement floor, so it doesn't really matter. But I wouldn't suggest what we're about to do. Don't use any fancy tiles or wooden floors. I just came to the realization that there is nothing that I can do about the birds or the knocking. Someone is building a house down the road and it's been going on for, I don't know, month and a half since I've been back. Actually, how long has that been? A while. Every single day. So in a lot of my videos there seems to be a lot of background noise happening, and also all the birds. It sounds like we have an aviary outside, but we don't. But I mean, we are in Africa, so sorry guys, it's not like I can edit out bird sounds. I'm not that good yet. Actually, I wouldn't be able to do that anyway. Let's not lie. Ready to go. Got newspaper. I've got me skizzer. This one is so rusted, guys. I don't know if I showed you this before, but it's literally probably going to start disintegrating soon. But it is a very reliable one, and it's been working so far. And then I have sellotape, or what do you call it? What do you guys call it? Because we call it sellotape. Scotch tape. It's called Scotch tape for those who don't know what sellotape is. Or just some kind of tape, really. Duct tape. I realize we have a lot of terms in South Africa that other people in other countries are like, what? Yeah, anyway. So we got our newspaper. We're gonna scrunch it in a bowl. Another one. Like, we call traffic lights robots. And a lot of my friends who were in the country many years ago, and they were foreigners, and you're trying to give them directions on where to go because, number one, some of them are driving on the wrong side of the road, so they're already like freaking out. And then you tell them, at the robot, go left, and at the second robot, go right. And they're like, Hendrien, is there an actual robot that's like standing there going, go left, go right? And you're like, oh wait, it's a traffic light. Yeah, I don't know why we call them robots. So for those coming to South Africa after the COVID pandemic is over, a traffic light is known as a robot, and don't expect some kind of electronic man standing there showing you where to go. That's not gonna happen. Let's carry on. So I'm getting my little newspaper bowls together. I'm kind of sticking them together as we go. It just makes it easier. That in there. I guess I gotta go roll out my slab. Now when you're rolling out your slab, don't make it too thick. I usually do about a centimeter and a half. But if you're starting out and you're worried that your clay is too thin and it's gonna crack, you can do a little bit thicker. But get a nice little ball, and obviously before you roll out your clay, if you're looking at your ball, you gotta be like, okay, how big is the ball? So when I roll out my slab, I need to remember that the slab needs to cover the entire bowl, and I want it to go over the edges as well. So let's quickly measure this. So it's about 18 by 18 centimeters, and then we need to give it some leeway. So I would say maybe 30 centimeters by 30 centimeters, maybe even a little bit bigger. Because we can always cut off and trim. Yeah, approximately between 30 and 35 centimeters. Let's see how the slab goes. Let me quickly do the slab. about to do is only going to happen once, so you need to mentally prepare. Otherwise, you may need to do it again. Like I deleted my footage the other day, which means this is actually the second one I'm doing, but you know, things happen, things go wrong. So hopefully this one looks a lot better than this first one I made, because I can't show you that one anyway. Now comes the really, really fun part. If you are alone and you can drop something and make a really loud noise, then it's fine. But if there are people around you, and if you're in a pottery studio, or you just know that there are people around you that if they hear a really loud bang, shut up, hardy dog. It's like he knew. Where was I? If you make a really loud bang and you know that there are people around you that may get a fright, you need to warn them, because that sound, well, especially in this studio, it's pretty loud, even though there's no one here and I'm all by myself. It's just habit. So let's get started with what we're about to do, because get ready, it's a lot of fun. We're ready. Now remember what I said? Warn the people. Fire in the hole! And it's a ball. It didn't make as many creases as I want. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to adjust it quickly so that it can do more. Because as you can see, it made creases on this side, but there are none on that side. I've just lifted the one edge, this one. I've just lifted a little. I haven't touched any of it. So we're going to do this again. Take two. Fire in the hole! Yes. It made a dent. It kind of made quite a funky little dent there. Happy. It's made all these weird and wonderful dents because of the newspaper. Obviously, I rolled mine out a little bit thinner, so you can see here, the newspaper's kind of like popped it up. And this was the part that I did, that I just lifted it a little. But each time you throw or drop the bowl, you get a different result. So this one's quite cool. I usually have at least another one. I don't know if I didn't drop it hard enough. Oh, but I still kind of like this. It's kind of weird. It looks like a weird kind of animal. The clay is still very wet, so I do not want to play with it too much or put water to it yet. So I'm going to let it stand like this for a few hours. And then I will go over it with a sponge and smooth it a little, but we're gonna wait. I also wanna add some feet. If I put anything here now, it's gonna sink and sag in. So we'll do that now. I'm gonna let him chill a little. What am I gonna do? I did leave it out for a while yesterday and then covered it last night before I left the studio. And it is holding, and I'm ready to put the feet on now. And because obviously this is a curved edge, and if you put it down, it's not going to balance. We want it to balance. So to make the feet, I always put 3. You can put 4, but 2 is not always enough, especially if you want it to balance properly. So 3 is preferable, 4 is probably best, but I usually just do 3. So we're going to do 3 even round balls of clay. I do have my slip ready to go so that I can stick it, so that it obviously will stick, because this is a little bit drier than what I would like. a flat board on top just to flatten the feet so that they're also not rounded. It's a nice little trick to learn when you're doing feet that you don't have to do it later. But you have to remember, don't push too hard. If you push too hard, you may actually make an indent in your pottery at the bottom, or the throw ball that you did. I can't flip it yet because the feet are not dry yet, which means if I flip it, the feet are going to flatten even more, and then because the pot is too heavy, you're not really going to have feet because the feet are just going to go flat. So we're going to wait a while before I flip it, and then we'll trim the edges and make it pretty. Piece and it didn't break. I'm so relieved, and it looks really good. Love it. I was watching that octopus story on Netflix. What is it? Yeah, this kind of reminds me of an octopus. An octopus does have 8 legs. This one does have 4, but I was thinking of that documentary. I watched it, and I don't really cry in movies, especially in documentaries. But usually when it comes to animals and documentaries, yeah, this one was exceptionally bad. I cried like a baby. Seriously, what is it called? My Friend the Octopus. I hope you guys have enjoyed watching this episode on how to make a throw bowl. Now you can go and make one yourself. These are so awesome. There's so much that can go wrong, but there's so much that can go right. My octopus teacher. It's my octopus I think it's my octopus teacher. That's what it's called. Anyway, please remember to hit that subscribe button and click the bell icon so you don't miss anything. I'd love to hear your comments, any suggestions of things that you guys have made. Have you ever made a throw bowl? What were your experiences when you made a throw bowl? Or make one and then let me know how it goes. Love to hear it. But I'll see you guys soon. Thanks so much. Bye!